Does that work? The snap? Just Mitch, typical Mitch, overdoing everything.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm so pumped that Jeremy is coming along.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Oh, you know what? Shoot, I got to text him back. He was asking me what hotel we're looking at doing.
Gotcha. I just let him know that we're probably booking hotels this week and signing up later in the week. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we might as well nail her down. I'm pumped, though. That's going to be a super fun trip.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It's going to be wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we might as well do this.
Let's go.
Maybe hit record a little too early.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on, dude?
Nothing.
No?
No. I'm sick again. So I
Just allow me to kind of
lean back.
gain some distance from you.
So I
Not today, Rona.
crushed a nighttime Neocitran this morning.
Okay, hold on. A nighttime Neocitran in the morning?
At about 11 and slept the entire afternoon.
Really? Like today?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, what a beauty of a day. Just a wasted day sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be good. I could use that.
Oh, you could use a few of those.
Yeah, no doubt. I was crushing some editing today. I'm trying to get out the second day in the Red Bull Outliers. Like I still don't have that out yet.
I've been looking so forward to that.
We've been so busy with all the iRide stuff and coaching and all that unfortunately something's got to take a bit of a back seat. So it had to. However, I did get a ton of the editing done today. So hopefully that'll be out soon.
When's it coming?
I'm hoping to have it finished by tonight and uploading.
Awesome.
So what's today? The
Monday
the 19th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to have that done.
So we'll have it by this weekend.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Like probably by tomorrow morning or something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So sick again, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. What's up with you, man?
You're looking at it.
It's been a long time since I've seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has.
Yeah.
We weren't together in the weekend at all.
Yeah. I think 12 hours since I saw you last.
Yeah. Speaking of the weekend, busy though, right?
Yeah. That was a good weekend.
Spending time at the track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like a broken record, but all of those races at Blackfoot are just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. They're so well done.
Mm-hmm.
And you only really have that context when you go outside of that to, more of a volunteer run event. And it's nothing against them. Like I'm not trying to criticize or anything. Like I really, really appreciate what everyone does when they try and put on races and all that stuff, but they just have it down pat there.
Yeah. Well, they get the reps in like 6 weeks, or what is that? 3 weeks. They've got 6 races.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I'm sure some tracks do that in a year.
Yeah,
and
totally.
They're doing it in 3 weeks.
Yeah. And they just have the facilities for it too, right? Like they've got the water and all the water trucks and the dozers and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's, they do it right.
Yeah.
It was well done, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What EP are we on now? What episode is this?
Is this 15?
Is it 15?
Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'll be honest with you, I'm losing track. And I obviously can't count that high.
I'll do a whole bunch. Episode 14, episode 15. Welcome to episode 16.
What am I
Episode
supposed
17.
to do that? Am I supposed to edit that into something?
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Dude, it doesn't work that way. I can't just cut and paste things randomly.
I thought you were this magical editing guru.
No, definitely not. I know very surface level editing things.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's why they never look very good.
I don't know. I think they look pretty good.
Let's go with 15, I guess. Or why don't we just go episode X? And then it can be whatever we want.
Perfect.
How about that? How about we don't need to identify what it is?
Sure. This episode identifies as whatever it wants.
Totally. We could try and label it, but we both know that this episode may or may not identify as that.
Welcome to episode non-binary.
Yeah. We're gonna just leave that there. Let's just leave that one there.
All right.
Yeah. But no, it was a good weekend, man. Lots of racing. There was a couple crashes for sure. Like, I mean, there is every weekend, right? But there were some kids, dude. I saw like coming into the first corner that just torpedoed into the corner. Like, you see them coming in and you're like, there's no way that kid is going to be able to stop in time before he clears everyone out. Like,
And that's exactly what happened.
and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, like a couple times, and some weren't even kids. It was just, I don't know, man. They the stress or the nerves or whatever took place, and they just grabbed a handful and just torpedoed into the first corner. Now, that being said, there was like, going into the first corner, you know, there's like a little bit of a weird rut or whatever, and you can see that giving people some trouble.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should be anticipating such things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going into the first corner assuming that it's all sunshine and rainbows. I'm going in thinking, okay, right, you need to be very, very switched on in that moment, because you got a whole pack of dudes around you, and then on top of that, you know, you've got whatever condition the last group of riders that was in left it in, right? Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, a couple crashes for sure.
Yeah, some big ones because EMS was out, fire was out.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
No, all in all good though. Yeah. So, yeah. And then you've decided to do what?
I don't know. Get a job?
You're high on neocitrin.
You got that right. 2 scoops.
That guy was wicked from the weekend.
Shout out to 2 scoops.
Yeah. Tell the people what happened. Tell them.
Oh, so there's this guy that came up to the tent. He had to tell us he took 2 scoops of rocket fuel the night before. Had a long day at work. Needed to get out and ride.
2 scoops.
Yeah, right after work, he said he was vibrating. He's like, oh man, this was awesome. It works. But I had a hard time going to sleep. I'm like, oh, really?
And just so people are aware, 2 scoops of rocket fuel, that's the equivalent of 3 to, no, not 4, maybe 3. I'm moving my mic. Sorry for the sound. I set it up wrong. The equivalent of like 3 cans of Monster Energy or something,
that's quite
dude.
a bit.
Like, that's gonna hit you.
And so he's there at the tent. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, but don't do that. Oh, well, you know, I took 2 scoops again today. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Well, he's gonna have a lot of energy for that race.
Yeah. And it does say 1 scoop on the back of the
It
package.
does, yeah. Always follow the recommended guidelines, people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But also at the same time,
Talk to a doctor if you're pregnant or breastfeeding.
totally consult your doctor if no, but we were talking about the Glen Helen World Vet Race, right?
Yes.
Which our friend Jeremy has now decided to join us for, which will be super fun.
Got a little squad of 4 now.
So here's the thing too about that is that editing the Outliers thing, I'm really trying my best to get that last video out. I'm going through like all the GoPro of it, and he just keeps popping up in the GoPro. Like, I'll be out in some snake pit somewhere, and there's Jeremy. He comes around. Like, it's just hilarious how, not being planned, we just were beside each other for kind of the whole race.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, just weird how that worked out that way. But anyway, so he's come with us, but it was on a condition of what?
That I race.
Thanks. Question. Have you ever raced a dirt bike race before?
Never.
Ooh, so this is like me doing the Outliers in a way, isn't it?
No, because you know how to dirt bike and do it well.
I don't know how to do that kind of dirt biking, and I do it way less than mediocre. Yeah.
Don't think so. I was already stressing about it last night.
Why?
Because it's a big deal race.
All you need to do is go around in circles for a bit.
Yeah, a little bit more to it than that.
No, I mean, the like I say, they mellow it out. At least from the GoPro footage I've seen, they mellow it out. There's no big jumps or doubles or anything like that. Certainly nothing, like, they're just, from what I saw, it's typical Glen Helen, like just some tabletops and stuff. And of course the hills. But those aren't really dangerous.
Yeah. I do like the tabletops. Those are fun.
Well, they're safe, right? Yeah. So we're gonna have to get you out riding some more.
Yes.
In that, try and get some laps in, because man, that's coming up like beginning of November.
Dude, I know I don't have that much time.
Yeah, we need to get some laps in for sure. Yeah.
I hit the track on Friday.
You hit the track.
Well, did some laps.
Yes, you did. Yeah. And how did it go? Oh, dude, you did a big double, by the way.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Like that.
Big for me anyway.
Well, dude, that's not in, like, that's a fairly quick jump. Like, there's a lot of newer riders that are not doing that. And I'm talking about people that have been riding for years and years and race. They do not do that jump. So I'll be honest, when I saw you saying, yeah, I'm going to go hit this now and putting on a neck brace, I was a little worried.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's not good when you're putting on a neck brace to hit something.
And it's not good when the pro rider that you're with is like, hey, hold on a sec, let me give you this.
Yeah, that's not, because that doesn't make you feel warm and fuzzy.
No, that wasn't my neck brace. That was Tyler's.
This is the same Tyler that has taken me out to the mountains, my first ride out into the bush, and takes me down like some sketchy trails. So he just throws you into the fire. But
yeah, he does.
But yeah, man, when you hit it, like, honestly, it was really smooth. You did really well on it. I was kind of held my breath there for a few seconds when you were kind of coming off the face of it.
You looked pretty stressed. You look more stressed than I did.
Totally. But all in all, it was impressive, dude. Like, if you can do that, the track over there will be nothing for you. Yeah.
Thanks. Have you ridden Glen Helen?
I have. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's different for sure. It's a weird base to it. It's very sandy.
Okay.
But at the same time, it develops like a lot of little chop.
Okay.
And so like the suspension, if it's not set up right, the bike will dance all over the place. And yeah, it's just something you have to ride a little bit to get the hang of. So
gotcha. So I'm used to riding. Well, most of my riding is on hard weathered tracks that I haven't groomed for a while. So just being at the East track, having that like perfectly prepped, was kind of difficult for me to ride.
Yeah.
Not used to it.
Yeah. And so Glen Helen will not be like that. It won't be concrete at all.
Okay.
It'll get rough, but it always stays like a little sandy. So you'll find that the tires kind of are always searching a little bit, swapping around, if that makes sense. Because it's like they're moving around on the top of the soil.
Gotcha.
Not to the point where it's scary or anything. But if you're comparing it to riding on super hard packed surfaces, you'll find that it's kind of like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Just really neat place to be, though, just because it's so iconic. And the first time that I went there, that was what really excited me about it, was just like, man, like that place, again, it's iconic, you know? So just being there with the big Glen Helen sign, we'll have to get a picture with that too.
Definitely.
It'll be real touristy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a neat place, just being able to say that, yeah, I went there and I did this event or whatever. It's kind of a cool experience. So yeah, regardless of what place you or I get, I really don't care. It's just being part of the event is cool.
Yeah, I think if I can just finish it without hurting myself, that'll be a big win.
Yeah, dude. And it's like the motos are whatever, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever it is, maybe 15 at most for your class, at the very most.
Okay.
I suspect you'll probably have to do like 4 laps.
Gotcha.
Because it's a fairly big lap time.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if the faster guys in your class come around and lap you, and then they finish ahead of you, that'll take 1 lap off of your moto anyway. So, and I probably the same thing will happen to my class too. So, yeah, we'll see. But I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. And races are Saturday, Sunday, but we get Friday to practice.
Yeah. So we'll try and get some practice in Friday there. I would like to get some more seat time for you though before we head down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would that'd be beneficial for sure.
Yeah, I also did some rock slogs, the hard enduro stuff.
You did? Too. Yeah, that we put that up on the gram.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to steer clear of that for the next month and a half till we go to Glen Helen.
Yeah, and then so here's the thing though, like once we do the Glen Helen thing, then you need to get back on the rocks and logs so that we can hit the US Endurocross series.
Huh?
Well, I saw you're like a natural at it, so I just figured you'd want to go and...
Oh, no, man. I was on the baby stuff, rolling over some twigs and some pebbles.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Yeah. But yeah, so that'll be cool. But in order to get training and doing that kind of stuff, I just thought of something. We are just about 15 minutes in already, dude, and we haven't even done like an intro or anything.
Oh, yeah. Hit that button.
Okay, hang on.
Smash it.
Let's do it. Here we go. I'm waiting for you to talk.
Welcome to the Fit4Moto Podcast with Mitch Robinson and Rick. Where we talk all things moto.
Yep. Yeah, that was good.
And other stuff.
I like it. Done. Where was I?
Prep for.
Yeah. So doing that. Another thing, obviously, with the neck protector, T-Dog got you hooked up with something.
He gave me an Iron Man suit.
Yeah. What is it?
It is a whole bunch of armor that I can place on my body and go fight superheroes or mutants or whatever they fight. I am essentially a superhero now.
You're invincible.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think it's Liat, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I think he called it a pressure suit.
a pressure suit. Well, I mean, that's somewhat fitting. Like, it literally is this giant piece of armor thing you put on. It's got chest protector, back protector, elbow protectors, shoulder protectors, and a kidney belt, right?
Yes, and forearms too.
And forearms, dude. Like, you'd be able to smash into all kinds of stuff.
Oh, trees won't have nothing on me.
I actually have thought about getting one of those for the woods riding. Because it's like, I mean, I've done it, and it's a super common thing, it seems, for people to hit trees. So I wanted something that was a little more protective than just a regular chest protector.
Gotcha.
Because I don't know. Dude, it's like, to me, tree riding is so much sketchier than moto riding. Well, I shouldn't say that. I feel like they're both sketchy in their own ways, you know, but there's just something about, like, moto riding is not that sketchy if you go fairly slow. But I feel like in the trees, you just never know when your front tire is going to bob and you go flying into a branch and impale something.
Oh, totally, man.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how anyone would ever ride in the bush without a chest protector. That to me is you are asking to be impaled, dude.
Yeah. How come people don't wear enough or very much armor on the bottom half?
Like on their legs?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I don't know. It's never really actually, to my knowledge, it's never really been a thing in motocross to have like leg protection. I mean, you have your knee braces and your boots, right? So really from like, 6 inches above your knees down is covered. You're good.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like the meaty part of your knees and then your groin, your hip area, which is super bleeder.
Femoral artery.
Yeah.
I think
that's a super bleeder
that's a big
section.
deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I guess maybe just kind of historically there hasn't been that much happen there, I guess. Like maybe just from being on the bike and stuff, it's kind of more protected. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It must be something like that, because obviously if it was like a regular injury type thing, I feel like there would be something for it.
For sure.
You know?
Is there anything vital in the quads?
Oh yeah, there's some big blood movers that go through them for sure. Yeah, if you get hit deep enough, it's not just tissue or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I don't know how people do any of that without wearing a chesty.
Totally.
And not just a front one too, like a back one too. Like there's nothing like the first time I went out with Tyler, I like fell sideways off this little hill thing and I landed and kind of tumbled down the hill, and there was a tree laying across the hill that had like a bunch of, I don't know, 4 to 6 inch kind of broken off branches sticking out of it.
Oh, no way.
Dude, and I fell back and my head hit one of them. Now, luckily I was wearing my neck protector and my helmet, so it just got glanced off. But had I not been wearing something, it probably would have stabbed me in the back of the neck, dude.
Dude,
like,
no.
Had I been another foot higher up, I would have landed on my back. If you didn't have a chest protector on your, a back protector as part of your kit, it would stab you in the back. Like, there's no question it wouldn't have.
Yeah.
You know? It's just gnarly, man. Gnarly stuff that you hear about happening, or I could easily see happening. So the skin suit that you got there is something else.
Put on the skin suit.
Yeah.
So there's chest protectors, there's over, there's under. I've also heard them referred to as roost deflectors. Is there a difference between the two? Roost and chest protector?
Yeah, I mean, they commonly are kind of interchanged, but really the difference should be roost. So depending on which chest protector you're looking at, like if you look at some of the Liat ones, I'll call them, heavier duty chest protectors.
Yep.
Those are what I would call a chest protector, whereas a roost deflector is something that's a lot lighter, a lot thinner, and is really honestly just meant to kind of stop the rocks and some of the harder dirt from hitting you.
Gotcha.
Or AKA roost deflector.
So
right?
the Fox one that I have, the outer, is that a protector or deflector?
I think they call that a roost deflector.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's plastic that catches all of that front and back, but I don't feel like that's going to stop a branch from impaling me.
Well, and in the moto world, not you
don't need
just
that.
a branch, but in the moto world, it's a handlebar.
Oh,
right?
gotcha.
I was just talking to a guy at the race on the weekend that took a handlebar to, where was it now? I can't remember if it was his abs or his ribs, maybe. I think it was his ribs. Yeah, that's what it was. It was his ribs, and it broke his chest protector, and they figured fractured a rib.
No way.
But it punched, the handlebar punched through his chest protector, so you can imagine how hard that must have hit him. So if he wasn't wearing it, dude.
Because that chest protector would eat some of that, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's you're gonna break away and kind of dissipate a bunch of that energy, right? So there, I think there's the protectors and then the roost deflectors, because if you look at like a chest protector, some of them are impact rated.
Okay.
And the manufacturer will list the impact rating of that chest protector. And I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but I do know that they have that rating. So depending on the level of the rating, obviously, it's more of a protector than just able to bounce little rocks off of. Because like you can look at, there's a ton of like under the jersey protectors that are really, they're not even hard plastic. They're kind of like a harder foam, really. That may stop some of the rocks from hurting you when they hit from the roost and whatever.
Yeah, I bought one of those and then lent it to someone after I wore it once. So it's been 3 years and I've only had it for one ride.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Do you remember what brand it was?
It was a Fox one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and that was definitely the foam. That wasn't plastic.
Right. Yeah. So not a whole lot for protection there, right? I feel like chest protectors. I feel like this is an interesting topic though, because again, you have the inner and the outer. Now, I did have someone tell me once, I don't want to say who, a brand representative, someone who works for one of the main suppliers of protection in the industry. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, typically I wear an outer chest protector, just because I like the level of safety that they provide, the level of coverage, the level of impact rating, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And she stopped me right there and she's like, well, no, they all can be worn under. I'm like, okay, look, I know I could physically put the jersey over the chest protector.
Yeah.
I get that. However, if I don't want to look like a retarded gorilla that stuffed a bunch of stuff into a skin suit, I'm not going to do that, because it's so bulky that you would look ridiculous trying to wear that, trying to put that under your jersey. Like, dude, you'd have to order like a triple XL.
Thanks a bunch, Mitch.
What?
What did I do on Friday?
No.
I wore my outer under my jersey and I look like a gorilla.
Yeah, but that's because you look like a gorilla normally.
I look like a fatter gorilla. Yours
is way more lower profile than the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Do you know the one that sometimes you see me wear outer?
Yeah.
That is very bulky, right? It's not meant, again, physically, could you do it? Sure.
Of course. Yeah.
Sure. But it's certainly, I don't think, designed to go under. It would be super uncomfortable to go under a jersey unless you had a jersey that was way too big on. And then the arms are going to be super baggy and it would just be really annoying, right? So I feel like, yeah, there are some that are under and there are some that are over. Let's just call it what it is, right?
Yep.
But of the ones that go over, generally speaking, those ones are, they're a higher impact rating on them.
Gotcha.
And they have more coverage around your kidneys and all kinds of stuff like that. So, and I think that the back section of the chest protector, I feel like that's something that's not thought of a lot, because you always think, you're going to take something in the chest, right?
Yep.
Whereas if you crash either on the track or off road or whatever, there's a strong likelihood that you're going to land on something or be hit by something in the back.
Well, just seeing some of those pileups.
Yeah, totally.
People are getting hit everywhere. You're getting hit in the front and the back. People are riding over top of you. So I would want as much protection as I could get.
Totally, right? You want more coverage. Absolutely. It stands to reason, I think. But that being said, I will say that the outer chest protectors, as much as I enjoy the coverage and the protection that they provide, I do find them uncomfortable compared to the lower profile under the jersey ones. I do.
Well, of course, it's just less mass. It's tighter fitting. But the trade-off is you don't get the same protection.
Yeah. And as stupid as it may seem, and I agree, this is stupid. However, I do feel like the under the jersey ones, you can see your name and number on the jersey. It just, it's more fashionable. You know what I mean? As stupid as that is, because I know you want to look at like protection and be safe and all that. Hence why I wear an over the jersey one. But still, if I'm being honest, I do like to look at the under the jersey one because I like seeing the name and number on the jersey.
Well, the reason I looked like a gorilla on Friday was my outer didn't match my jersey, so it went on the inside.
Yeah, see, there you go.
It's important to look at.
You need more colors.
Totally.
So I've definitely been tempted to get under the jersey ones that I know are not as protective as the over the jersey ones, for sure.
Yep.
Honestly, it's for comfort and for appearance. If I'm being honest, it is as stupid as that is, right? Because that's really just an ego thing. There's really no debating. You can take an outer jersey one like I have, which is the Leat. I want to say it's a 4.5, I think it is, or something like that. 4.5. It's kind of one of their heaviest duty kind of out of the jersey thing, other than the skin suit that you have. It's like, it's got a lot of protection, and I like that. My sides are covered, my back has full protection, all that kind of stuff. And it fits well with a neck brace, obviously, being the ad. But yeah, man, there's definitely, like, I go back and forth, honestly, between the under the jersey one, because I have some of those as well. And they're horrible in my mind. They're horrible for protection. So every time I put one on, I'm thinking to myself, it's a little sketchier today. And yes, I like the look of it better, but also I find when I wear an under the jersey one, I'm more fluid on the bike. I'm not so bunched up and not so uncomfortable all the time with the gear on. So
would you say it changes your riding style?
I don't know if I'd say it changes the style, but it definitely changes, how do I word it? It definitely changes the way I would flow around the track. Does that make sense? Like, I just feel more free and fluid on a bike when I don't have all that bulk on, So really for me, it's a balance of, do you want to be safer or do you want to feel a little more loosey-goosey on the bike?
Gotcha.
But it is an interesting topic though, because it is, so a lot of the older guys, you'll see older guys wearing the over ones. And I guess that's it. I guess I'm old now.
Yep.
I'm old now.
Grandpa bitch.
You will see a lot of the vet riders though wearing an over one. Why do you think that is? I have my own thoughts on that, but why do you think that is?
Beer belly. Fits better.
Could be, I guess. I don't know. There's some guys out there with a couple keggers for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just they want a little bit more protection because they have to go to work.
Could be. I think my theory on it is that, as riders, people get older, they care less and less about what people think, and i.e. appearance.
Fair enough.
So they go with what they know is the safer route, and that's the over one. That's my theory anyway.
Gotcha.
And that's actually true for me too. I know it doesn't look as good, but I want the protection.
So that would make sense, because I feel like over the weekend I saw a lot of guys in the, I don't know, like 18, 20-ish year range that just didn't have anything. Like neck brace, helmet, and I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything underneath.
If they even had a neck brace.
Yeah.
Right? Some of them didn't even have that. And that's a whole other pod we could do too, is on neck braces. That's a highly debated item. And I would love to get a doctor on, like an ER doctor or something like that, get them on the podcast to talk about neck braces, because there's so much back and forth about they do more harm than good. They're safer. And I have my own thoughts on them. I mean, obviously I wear one, so you know which side I'm on, but there's a reason why I think the way I do. But I would love to get someone who's got some medical knowledge on the show, and just to say, I mean, I'm not a doctor. You're not a doctor. 99
on TV.
99.9% of the people at the dirt bike track are not doctors.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to be pretty rare that there's a doctor there. And if it is a doctor, what kind of doctor are they? Do they have any experience with spine fractures, motorcycle accidents, blah, blah, blah. Right.
Yeah.
Because that, I mean, I don't know if they're a dentist. Well, they don't really know much about that side of things, right?
For sure. Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, yeah, again, we should do a podcast on neck braces because I think that's a really interesting topic.
So how do we find a doctor?
I don't know, Yellow Pages?
Yeah.
We just go on Google.
Hi, doctor. Do you want to be on a podcast?
Yeah, dude. Someone's got to know someone.
Somebody has,
that can speak intelligently about them, right?
I like how you put in intelligently.
Well, but
because there's
right?
lots of people who could speak about it, but
yeah, dude. And I feel like honestly, I'm not trying to be mean, but I feel like that's a lot of people that have an opinion on it. They think that they have an intelligent opinion about it, but they're not scientists. They haven't run the test. They're not a doctor. They're not. They don't work in an ER and see accidents like this all the time.
Yeah.
From what I can find online, to me, it's a pretty convincing argument. But again, I would love to get in a whole other podcast. But yeah, so just as far as protection goes, I think for me, absolutely wear a chest protector. Like not wearing one, and so sometimes I will be coaching. And if I'm coaching, I don't wear all my armor. There's no sense in wearing all that stuff if I'm standing around pointing at things.
You're not putting in hard laps.
Yeah.
And I imagine if you are while coaching, then you probably throw it on.
Totally. However, in full disclosure, there has been times where I'm out coaching and I'll be done the coaching session and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go do 10 minutes of riding or something. And I'll go out and do 10 minutes of moto at a pretty fast pace for me. And I won't have one on, but every time I do it, I'm like, just so you know, dude, you're taking a risk, right? Like you're being an idiot right now. Yeah. And sometimes I win the battle.
So you remind yourself you're an idiot before you do it.
Totally. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I win the battle and I go get it. And sometimes I just, if I'm being honest, I just get lazy and I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to do a few laps here, right? And every time I do, and I come up behind someone, I'm like, God damn it, those rocks hurt, dude. Like they just sting. And I'm literally will be covered in bruises the next day.
Dude, so on Friday, I took a chunk of mud to the nose. Of all the places I found the tip of my nose. And it's like every other time I go riding, something hits me in the nose.
It happens so often. It's stupid. Like you'd think of all places to get hit, your nose. Like what are the odds of that, right?
There must be something about the trajectory and velocity of rocks and dirt from dirt bikes that it just zeroes in right on tip of your nose.
It's got to be, yeah. But every time I don't wear a chest protector, I actually will pay for it because I end up getting just welts all over me from 450s throwing rocks and hard dirt. So it's a good reminder for sure. Because you kind of, when you're wearing one, you kind of, you don't feel it, right? You're getting hit with stuff, but it's like... you
almost take it for granted.
Yeah, totally you do. Totally. And then until you're just weak and bare and naked and just getting pelted. You feel it a lot for sure.
Yeah, well, Safety Bear right here has never ridden without a chesty, so...
Really, eh?
Yep.
Wow. Look at Simon over here.
Oh, yeah. Simon the Safety Bear.
Simon the Safety Bear.
I was going to go for the applause, but...
oh, wait. I hit the wrong one. How's this?
There we go. Yeah. I'll
give it up for Simon, everyone. No, but that's a good thing, honestly. Right? For sure it is. I don't know how anyone makes the argument. I mean, you do have okay, we could get into the whole Ryan Hughes thing and how he says no knee braces, no neck braces, no nothing. Like I swear to God, if he could ride naked, he would. Really. Like I'm surprised he doesn't ride in moccasins or something.
So what's his deal? He doesn't like Safety Pro?
I think the cheese is coming off the cracker a little bit, if I'm being honest. But he figures that the body and its mechanic, and I could be reading this wrong, so forgive me if I am. But as far as I understand, he figures that the body's mechanics are meant to move in a certain way. So if you're wearing knee braces, your knees won't move the way they're supposed to move, and that slows you down on the bike.
So I would agree with him. The body is designed to move in a certain way. Walking, running, crawling, climbing, not hitting 90 miles an hour on a straightaway on a dirt bike.
Correct. Let me ask you this. If I put you in a set of knee braces, custom, non-custom, whatever, doesn't matter.
Okay.
I get you to do a lap time. I take the knee braces off and I get you to do another lap time. Do you think your lap time is going to vary?
No,
it's not. Now, the argument then would be, well, you're just a newer rider. If you're talking about the absolute top guys in the sport, right? It might gain them 1/10 of a second on a lap or whatever number that may be.
Yeah.
I still don't buy it. I don't buy it, dude. You're not affecting the movement of the biomechanics enough.
Yeah, and do you know what really slows down your lap time? When you blow up your knee because you don't have knee braces.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I just don't buy it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So to each their own. I don't buy it. I think that's nonsense, honestly. I think all the protective equipment you can get, the better, because we do a dangerous sport, and chest protectors are definitely one that you should have for sure.
Yeah, it kind of surprises me that people just don't wear them.
I know. It's weird, dude. It's weird.
The way I look at it, it's like a helmet. It's like gloves. It's just something I throw on every time. I wouldn't go ride without goggles.
Totally. Yeah. We kind of talked about this before, I feel like, on a podcast, but
yeah,
for me, it's number 1 is helmet. Number 2 is boots.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 would be a chest protector. Number 4 would be a neck brace. Number 5 would be knee braces for me.
Gotcha.
And then obviously goggles go with a helmet because you need to protect the eyeballs.
Yes, we like eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the other thing too. Like when people take off their goggles in a race because they're dirty or whatever. Dude, I would just pull off. I am not riding without goggles. Are you insane?
Oh man, the weekend before last, I saw somebody putting around without. I was like, dude. And then on one of the laps, he came by rubbing his eyes.
Yeah, like, dude, not worth it. Not worth it.
Like even just all the dust that you go through.
Dude, all it would take is one little rock or chunk of dirt to impact the center of your eye and you're done.
Yeah.
For what? Right? For what? Like for a club race or something? Oh, forget it. No, not worth it. So
I don't think so.
Always wear your goggles, kids.
Yep. Don't
Never
do
take them
either.
off. Yeah, stay in school. Never take them off. If you do have to take your goggles off in a race, don't stop racing. It's not worth it.
Speaking of that, I need to learn how to do the tear offs.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah,
when you get to start ripping some tear offs. That's right. Yeah, you're gonna need to stack a couple on there,
dude. I'll be at the gate just like ripping them off. Yeah.
You're not even riding yet. You're just sitting on the gate. The bikes aren't even running. You're just ripping tear off after tear off. I like that.
That's how you know you're a big deal.
Yeah. We got to get you doing some really good training. Yeah. What do you think about sweatsuits in the sauna?
Deal. Been there, done that.
Like I'm thinking we layer up 4, 5, maybe even 6 garbage bags. Okay. Bungee them onto you.
Dude, I've got a sweatsuit at home.
No.
Yeah.
For what?
Boxing.
But why?
Losing water weight.
Okay. Just to make weight?
Yeah.
Have you used it?
Yeah.
Did you lose water weight?
Yep.
How much?
I don't know. It's been a while. I can't remember. Probably a couple pounds.
Really, eh?
Yep.
And then how long do you get to rehydrate before you have to do your thing?
24 hours, give or take.
Oh, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very.
It's very like fraud though.
Absolutely it is. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Cool. Well, we're almost 40 minutes into this, dude.
What have we talked about?
Chest protectors, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I don't remember any of the other nonsense, but yeah, man.
What was that quote you're supposed to say from the weekend?
You don't know whether to shit or bake a cake?
Yes. Where did that come from?
You've never heard that before?
No.
Really?
No.
Dude, that's been around for a long, long time.
Really?
Yeah. Who knows where I first heard it, but yeah, it's been around forever,
Gotcha,
dude.
I thought you came up with that beauty.
No. No, I'm not that smart. No.
Yeah, because it takes smarts to put those two together.
To be fair,
Poop or bake a cake.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. Can only accomplish one thing.
I wonder where that came from.
Yeah. Probably somebody who had to poop or bake a cake.
I guess, eh? One cake batter in one hand, poop in the chute. Well, I don't know which one I pick yet.
Yeah.
I guess you could bake it while you're pooping.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, one of those easy bake ovens from when you were a kid. Just plug that into the bathroom and multitask.
Yeah. Or or you could tape a bucket to your bum or something. I don't know.
So Emmett's got a little kid toilet. It's just a little toilet that you sit in, and when they poop in there, you just empty it into the real toilet. So you could just put one of those in front of the oven.
I feel like the
might fill
capacity,
it up, though.
the capacity might not be very high.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, might have to take one on the road with us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Never know when it'll come in handy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I had something else I was going to talk about, but I forget what it was.
Just
It's like an announcement. Oh, that's what it was, an announcement. The graphics on my bike
are awesome.
Thank you. Those are now available to the public.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
How do you get them?
You need to go to M7 Designs, m7designsco.com.
Okay.
And they're called the Warhammer. And those are available now to the public. They can get them for any make model. But you can get the Fit4Moto Warhammer design, man.
That's deadly.
How cool is that?
Yeah, and that's inspired by an old style fighter, right?
Yeah.
Some World War II-ish.
Yeah, it's got like rivets in it and stuff like that. I think that's pretty bad.
Do I see an eject on the side?
You do.
Yes.
Yeah, these like all like little accents that Greg threw in it from M7's. Like an eject thing and a caution hot near the airbox, like just kind of cool stuff.
That's awesome. Those are some cool details.
Yeah.
Does he do all of your graphics?
He does. Yeah.
I've liked everything you've had, so.
Yeah, he really does a fantastic job. Yeah, really amazing. So if you're in the market for some graphics, head over to m7designs.com.
Gotcha.
They will get you hooked up and get the Warhammer. Dude, how sick would it be to see another set of Warhammer graphics out there?
That'd be deadly.
I would just be tickled pink about that. I would think that's the greatest thing on the planet to ever happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No,
that'd be pretty cool.
How do they stack up compared to the ones you'd get off like Rocky Mountain ATV or something like that?
Well, I think they're, glue-wise and stuff. I was going to say they're similar, but that's actually not true either, because I've had graphics from several different companies over the years, and some of them wear faster than others. Some of them don't stick as well, when I use the same procedure to apply them and all that kind of stuff. But they're, obviously, with like M7, they have some cool kits, but then, you can customize them and kind of make your own.
Yeah. How long have you had that?
This set that I have on now?
Because everything looks like it's still on there. It's there's some rub marks and wear marks, but you're out there every other day.
Yeah, that's a good question. I've had them on there for quite a while now, for sure. Yeah.
Since new or close to?
Man, I can't remember when I put those on, but I've put a lot of hours on them. Yeah, and the only things, like you said, the only things that are wearing are like actual wear spots where, say, my knee braces are holding on to the shrouds, which
anything would wear.
No matter what you put there, it's going to wear. Eventually, I'll wear a hole in the plastic itself if I keep the plastics long enough, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna get a fresh set for the Glen Helen race.
Freshies.
Yeah, some freshies on there. It'd be wicked.
What are you doing for a jersey?
I don't know yet.
You getting something new?
I might.
Something custom?
Yeah.
A little bit of both?
Yeah. I want to. I'll keep that sort of under wraps until we're ready to kind of release that. But we got something in the works. There's going to be some, how you say, custom Fit4Moto gear.
Yes.
Yeah. And will the people be able to get this gear?
I would sure hope so.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's the plan.
Could this people get the gear?
This people could get the gear.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Could it match the bike?
It certainly could. Yeah.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's cool. It's a little project we're working on with some gear to kind of come up with our own flavor of it. Now, we're not talking a full-blown gear apparel company or anything like that. We're strictly just talking custom gear, some custom Fit4Moto limited edition type stuff.
Ooh, some limited edition
Some
merch.
LE. Yeah, dude.
Nice.
It'd be sick. I'm really pumped about it. So that being said, if anyone has some suggestions on what they think would be cool in gear, by all means, fire them over to us.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Where do you think people can find you?
Instagram, maybe?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what would that be?
Ninja Dust.
Ninja Dust. One day I'm going to get you to tell me the story of where that came from.
Yeah, when we got some more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where can they find you, Mitchie?
Fit4Moto. FIT4MOTO.com. And on the IG on the gram.
Yeah. What about Tyler? Give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Tyler
Good luck spelling his last name.
Wenlant.
What? No.
Wenlant.
It's like a two-stroke.
Anyway, look him up. He's awesome. He's the one who hooked me up with the Iron Man suit.
Yeah. And
if you see me on the track and I'm wearing it, punch me. I won't be able to feel it.
You'll be invincible.
That just goes out to anybody. Come punch me.
What scares me though, because now I feel like you've already done the double without the Iron Man suit on.
Oh, buddy. Pro
and
track.
now you're gonna be like, hey, I need to step my game up because I'm racing.
Mm-hmm. Dude, today would have been a mutter.
It would have been a mutter.
And I know what that means now.
It was a mutter for me. I went out and did a 7K run in the pouring rain today.
No way.
I did, yeah. So I did 30 minutes on the Airdyne, the assault bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't, for whatever reason, dude, I just was on the struggle bus. And so I was trying to get my heart rate up. And I just, man, like the lactic acid was heavy. And I don't know if it's just I didn't drink enough water yesterday. And being at the race all weekend, right? Mm-hmm. Super active and all that stuff. Didn't sleep well, et cetera, et cetera. Excuse after excuse. I just didn't seem to have the gas in the tank.
Yeah. How much dust do you think you consume in a race weekend?
A couple bags for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's right. And
so
no matter
much.
what track you go to, anywhere.
Of course. Yeah.
It's going to get a little dusty, right? Mm-hmm. It's dirt biking. But yeah. So anyway, so I couldn't get my heart rate going. So I'm like, okay, well, I know how to do that. I need to go for a run. Mm-hmm. And I looked outside, pouring rain.
Yep.
Pouring this morning, dude. And I chucked on the old iRide hoodie and I went.
Nice.
And it sucked. Every minute of it sucked.
Yeah, but you got her done.
I did. I ran and eventually came home. Now ask me how high my heart rate got.
How high?
It didn't even move above the assault bike.
No way.
No, I just was, dude, I couldn't. I had no gas in the tank.
Or you're just in that good of shape.
No, I felt like I dropped anchor.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Even when I started out, I just felt like I was towing an anchor around. Mm-hmm. But that's life, man. You have good days and you have bad, right? But the important part is you get out and you try anyway.
Yeah, and you didn't spend 4 hours sleeping on a couch.
I did not. Yeah. But you need to recover if you're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for recovery? Sickness recovery?
Sleep.
Yeah. Okay. I did that. What's next?
I did that. Yeah, I mean, that's really the biggest thing you can do. I mean, there's obviously all the, make sure you're drinking liquids and things like that you constantly hear, right? But
yeah, scoop of greens.
Yeah. And to be fair,
my go-to.
Yeah, to be fair, there is things like that. And, in all seriousness, getting your micronutrients, which is in the greens, getting that stuff in, that is important, really. It really does help boost everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, sleep, I'd say, would be a big one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, early bedtime tonight.
Totally. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool, dude. Well, that is episode X-Gen. No.
X-Gen?
X-binary, non-X. I don't know, whatever. Yeah.
Gen X?
Whatever we're calling this.
Boomers.
thing.
Just a bunch of boomers. Talking about dirt bikes.
Boomsy. Yeah. That's it, man.
Yeah. Are we? No, we're not boomers. You might be a boomer. I think.
Well, what are we talking for ages here?
I think I squeeze into the millennial by 2 years.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a millennial. You're a boomer. We're sworn enemies.
You're a Y-gen. Is that a thing?
I think you're a Y.
You're a Y. You don't know me.
You don't know me?
I don't think I'm a boomer.
No.
That sounds terrible. I'm not that old.
No, I don't think you're that old.
How far apart are we?
I don't know, like long. I don't know, decade, a lot. Really, really far.
A decade.
2 years, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Most important 2 years. That's what makes me a millennial.
It's really the 2 years where you develop the mental power.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We're both getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you get your work ethic from. Being a boomer.
That must be why you don't.
Yep.
It's the 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Some good, some bad.
So have we had any other votes, by the way, about the ketchup thing?
Oh, yeah. Actually, over the weekend, I had
don't even. You can't just start
maybe 150 people come in. They're like, oh, yeah, ranch or gravy, anything but ketchup. I was like, cool.
False.
I'll make sure to tell Mitch that.
False.
Mm-hmm.
You lie. There's no way. So we have a little surprise coming for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Remember how...
Wonderful.
Remember where we talked about the olive oil Um,
Can I just
the
let you
olive
know
oil-
I'm sick that day?
the olive oil dress.
Yep.
It's not olive oil. What's your name? Olivia?
I think it's... Isn't it olive oil?
That can't be olive oil. That's a food. Is it? No, it does sound like olive oil. Now that I'm kind of playing it out in my head. Right? Papa, he does that. Right? Doesn't he?
Olive oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
Okay, so how drunk was the writer that's like, he just literally looks in the cupboard, sees a jug of olive oil. He's like, that's her name. That's her. She's that. That's her.
So it could be olive oil, baked beans, or tuna.
Baked beans. Taco seasoning. Olive oil.
Oh, fajita sounds pretty good.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so the sailor's dress get up.
Copy.
Yeah. We ordered something for you.
Awesome. Well, I ordered a Popeye suit for you.
I'll wear it.
Okay.
If you have to wear the
Olive oil dress.
dude, I'll wear anything.
Okay.
I shouldn't say it. No, I'm not going to say anything. Yours has to be
it's been
more.
said. Too bad.
Yours has to be more embarrassing because you lost the bet.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that'll teach you to disagree with ketchup.
Totally. I hope it's an extra large.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Yep.
Cool. Right on, man. Well, thanks for coming and doing another pod.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
We'll get this loaded up and fire it out.
Boom.
And thank you to everyone who's watching and listening, if anyone still is.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around. We appreciate it.
Yeah, massively appreciate it. And we really appreciate, too, by the way, when people come up and say, hey, we listen to the podcast or we watch the podcast.
Yeah, it still catches me off guard every time somebody comes up and is like, oh, yeah, last episode was funny, or, talking about how much better gravy is than ketchup or ranch.
Whatever they decide to talk about. Yeah, I think it's cool when people do that.
Yeah,
so
definitely
much
appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everyone. That is episode. And just mumble off.
The big episode.
This is episode.
Chest protectors. Lyman.
What? Chest protectors and what?
Lyman.
I still don't know what you said.
It's the nerd the nerd in the lab coat from The Simpsons. Lyman.
It's not at all what he does.
Totally is. I'm not making
Dude,
a bet.
that is not what he does at all. He did. Okay, hold on. Do it. No. You do it one more time. Do it one more time. Do it one more time, and then I'm gonna look up what he actually does. I'll tell you what. Here's the deal. I'm gonna do what I think is the impression of the Simpsons guy. Okay, and then you're gonna do your impression. You can't just play it on the phone. You have to do. You did like a whatever you just did there. Do that again.
No. Couldn't find it.
That was wicked.
Nerds pummeled a football game.
He just invented a sound. You're like, it's the Simpsons guy.
Okay, one sec.
What's his name on the Simpsons? The nerd guy, the scientist, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Anyway, that is not what he does. He doesn't go. Nye.
No, that's not that part.
What part are you talking about?
Nothing. I give up. What's his sound? Okay, you go.
Okay, do it just so I know which one you're trying to do. Do it.
I don't even know anymore.
Yes, you do.
Couldn't find it.
He doesn't do it. Do it one more time.
No.
Let's see.
Okay, you go.
Well, again, I don't know which one you're trying to do.
The nerd in the lab coat.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does he say? How do I even look that up?
The nerd in the lab coat does not do a or
No,
whatever
not
you
that.
did.
It's the Glyven or whatever.
The Glyven?
Glyven.
No. Okay, you spent far too much time looking for this.
Yeah. Okay, you go.
Again, I don't know which one you're trying to do.
Make one up.
That was the best. Glyven. What? Wow. This podcast should have ended about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's just you talking and me Googling. Oh, man.
Okay, what have you searched?
Simpsons nerd, and then it's Homer yelling at nerds.
I don't know, buddy. I don't know which one you're trying to go for here.
I'll find it at the second we're done. As soon as we hit the...
Allegedly. You'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. If I do find it, as soon
Safe
as
to
we're
say-
done, can you edit it in?
I can. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
awesome.
We can hit record quick and I'll dump it in there.
Okay, sweet.
I don't think you will.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
All right.
Just no dress attached to this one. Friendly wager, my good sir.
A gentleman's bet. Okay, right on. Well, geez, dude, it's an hour. I cannot believe how quickly time goes when we do this thing.
Listen to this. What's wrong with them?
To be fair, we did just do about 10 minutes of silence while we were looking to see who was right about the nerd.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you leave us.
We'll tighten this up for next week.
We
Probably
won't.
not.
Or we won't. Right on, everyone. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Have a great week.
And you probably won't hear from us again because Rick's is wrong. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.